President Biden gave me a mission upon signing the bipartisan infrastructure law to help build a better America.
2 years ago, the Biden-Harris administration set out to reshape America's crumbling infrastructure with the bipartisan infrastructure law. Fast forward to today, 2024, and nearly $1 billion is being allocated to modernize 125 airports across 46 states, Guam, and Palau. This is a strategic move to enhance accessibility, boost local economies, and create thousands of jobs while preparing the nation's aviation network for a new era of travel. When the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, or BIL, was signed into law in November 2021, it aimed to address decades of underinvestment in America's transportation systems. The Biden-Harris administration introduced this legislation to tackle long-standing issues and modernize major infrastructure, with airports being a central focus. Under the BIL, $15 billion was allocated for airport-related projects over 5 years. This funding addresses aging terminals, congested runways, and inefficient layouts. The goals are straightforward: modernize facilities, improve accessibility, and create jobs while building a transportation system that can meet future challenges. The Airport Terminal Program is a key component of this plan, providing $1 billion annually for terminal upgrades. These funds target important areas like expanding security checkpoints, installing modern baggage systems, and increasing gate capacity to handle growing passenger volumes. Projects also incorporate energy-efficient systems and renewable energy sources to support sustainability goals within the aviation industry. However, this is not a simple redistribution of funds. The scope is vast, addressing everything from overcrowded terminals in major hubs to long overdue upgrades in smaller rural airports. Tampa International Airport in Florida is a notable example, with $40 million allocated to the construction of a brand new Terminal D. This state-of-the-art facility will feature an automated people mover connecting it to the main terminal and 9 new passenger boarding bridges. These upgrades aim to reduce congestion and improve passenger flow, making one of Florida's busiest airports ready for the future. The new Terminal D, also known as Airside D, is part of Tampa International Airport's comprehensive master plan to accommodate increasing passenger numbers and enhance overall efficiency. Scheduled to open in 2028, Airside D will be the airport's first new terminal in nearly 2 decades. The facility is designed to handle both domestic and international flights, featuring 16 gates to serve a variety of airlines. Apart from the automated people mover and new boarding bridges, Airside D will include 2 levels plus a mezzanine, providing space for 2 airline lounges with views of the airfield and the bay. The terminal will also house an international passenger arrival processing area on the first floor, streamlining customs and immigration procedures for arriving travelers. Centralized shopping and dining locations will offer 360-degree views of the gates, enhancing the passenger experience. The construction of Airside D is expected to significantly boost the airport's capacity, enabling it to serve up to 35 million annual passengers by 2037, up from the current 25 million. But it's not just Tampa seeing transformative changes. Denver International Airport, or DEN, a major hub for both domestic and international travel, has been granted $15 million to overhaul its outdated baggage handling system. The project includes replacing oversized baggage lifts, which is expected to drastically cut processing times. For an airport that serves over 69 million passengers annually, these upgrades are a game changer, reducing delays and ensuring smoother travel experience. The modernization of DEN's baggage handling system is an important component of the airport's Vision 100 strategic plan, which aims to accommodate 100 million passengers by the early 2030s. The current system, in place for over 25 years, requires equipment replacements with more modern and dependable technologies to support this future growth. Apart from replacing oversized baggage lifts, the project will involve updating the control system and other key components to enhance energy efficiency and increase capacity. Travel demand is skyrocketing in Austin, Texas, and Austin Bergstrom International Airport, or OSS, is stepping up to the challenge. With $33.2 million in funding, the airport is constructing a new MIDFIELD Terminal B, complete with an underground tunnel connecting it to the existing terminal. The new facility will add 20 gates, increasing the airport's capacity and boosting competition among airlines. For one of the fastest growing cities in the US, this project is both timely and essential. The Concourse B project is a key component of OS's Journey with OS expansion program, which aims to transform the airport to accommodate the rapidly growing Austin and Central Texas population. The new concourse is expected to break ground following the completion of the MIDFIELD TAXIWAYS project, which is anticipated to be completed in 2027. Airport leadership aims to begin major construction of the concourse in 2027 and is working to open the facility to the travelling public as early as the year 2030. On top of the $33.27 million grant, the Concourse B project has been awarded a total of $47.52 million from the Federal Aviation Administration's Airport Terminal Program, or FAA, which is a competitive grant program established by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law that will invest approximately $1 billion in funding to airport terminals across the country. OS will continue to apply for this competitive grant, as well as using traditional airport financing methods like airport revenue bonds, cash on hand, and future airport revenues to fund the Concourse B project and other expansion program projects. Meanwhile, in Salt Lake City, a $15 million allocation is propelling Phase 4 of the airport redevelopment program. This phase focuses on constructing 16 new gates in Concourse B, enhancing capacity and creating opportunities for new airline entrants. This strategic initiative aims to solidify the airport's position as a key hub in the western United States. The expansion of Concourse B is an important component of the new SLC Airport Redevelopment Program, which commenced in 2014 with the goal of modernizing and expanding Salt Lake City International Airport, or SLC. The addition of 16 gates will bring the total number of gates at SLC to 94, accommodating both narrow and wide-body aircraft. The new gates are designed with flexibility in mind, allowing them to serve a variety of aircraft types and sizes. This adaptability is very important for accommodating the diverse fleet compositions of different airlines and enhancing operational efficiency. The expansion will also include 317,000 square feet of additional space on 3 levels, featuring passenger amenities, airline gates and hold rooms, public restrooms, and approximately 39,500 square feet of new concession space. The construction timeline for Phase 4 is structured to minimize disruption to ongoing airport operations. The first 5 gates are scheduled to open in the fall of 2025, with the remaining 11 gates expected to be operational by the fall of 2026. Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport in Montana, a gateway to Yellowstone National Park, is experiencing a tourism boom. To meet growing demand, Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport has launched a comprehensive terminal expansion project, supported by a $10 million allocation for reconstruction and energy-efficient upgrades. Part of a larger $140 to $180 million multi-phase effort, the project aims to enhance passenger experience, expand capacity, and modernize important infrastructure. Central to the expansion is the addition of 3 gates to the A concourse, increasing its capacity from 12 to 15 to better handle peak season flights. Larger waiting areas, new retail and dining options, and upgraded baggage claim facilities with 3 high-capacity carousels will streamline operations and improve efficiency. These enhancements are particularly important for accommodating the influx of visitors to Yellowstone National Park. To address rising passenger numbers, a second security checkpoint will be added to the terminal's east end, reducing wait times and bottlenecks. A new 3rd floor for administrative offices will consolidate operations and improve management efficiency. Sustainability is a core focus, with energy-efficient lighting, HVAC systems, and plans for integrating renewable energy sources to reduce the airport's carbon footprint and operational costs. The project, structured in phases to minimize disruption, is already underway. The first major phase, involving demolition of part of the original terminal and foundational work, is set to begin later this year. The entire expansion is expected to be completed by 2030, positioning the airport to meet future growth demands while providing a more seamless and sustainable travel experience. While these major hubs are seeing huge upgrades, smaller airports are not being left behind. Nashville International Airport in Tennessee is tackling its traffic congestion with a $9.7 million investment to improve terminal access roads. This includes widening roadways and constructing new bridges and ramps to streamline vehicle flow. Similarly, Buffalo Niagara International Airport in New York is updating its terminal circulatory roadway with $7.9 million, ensuring passengers can navigate the airport with ease. For rural airports like Mobile Airport Authority in Alabama, $4 million is funding a dedicated access road connecting buses and other transportation modes directly to the terminal. In Memphis, Tennessee, a $3 million allocation is paving the way for a similar road, paving the way for future terminal expansions. These projects will ensure that passengers in smaller communities can access airports as seamlessly as those in urban centres. But the modernisation effort is not limited to terminals and roads. Air traffic control towers, vital for safe and efficient operations, are also receiving much needed attention. General Wayne A. Downing Peoria International Airport in Illinois is replacing its 65-year-old air traffic control tower with $13.5 million in funding. Tulsa International Airport in Oklahoma is also replacing its tower with $13 million allocated to improve visibility and bring the facility up to modern accessibility standards. These updates are very important as air traffic continues to grow, ensuring airports can handle increasing volumes safely and effectively. Sustainability is another pillar of this initiative. Boston Logan International Airport in Massachusetts is taking a major step toward energy efficiency with a $10 million investment in a new air conditioning system for Terminal B. Guam's Antonio B. Won Pat International Airport is integrating renewable energy with a $9 million project to install solar photovoltaic panels on the terminal roof. These advancements are cost-effective measures that future-proof these airports against rising energy demands. And the best part? This is only the beginning. As construction begins and projects come to life, passengers across the country will feel the impact of these investments firsthand. Whether it's shorter wait times, improved accessibility, or smoother traffic flow, these changes will redefine the way Americans travel. The future of aviation in the United States is taking off, and this $970 million initiative is leading the charge. But that's not all. Airport infrastructure projects are among the most effective ways to generate both immediate and long-term economic benefits, and this initiative is no exception. Historically, airport construction projects have shown a multiplier effect on the economy. According to the FAA, every $1 billion spent on airport infrastructure creates or sustains approximately 21,000 jobs, ranging from construction and engineering to manufacturing and service roles. These are not temporary gains. Many of these roles, especially in maintenance and operations, will continue well after the projects are completed. The construction phase alone will bring in thousands of skilled workers, including electricians, equipment operators, engineers, and labourers. These workers will earn competitive wages, on average around $63,000 annually in construction-related jobs tied to aviation projects, which is significantly higher than the national median income. Beyond the construction crews, supporting industries will also benefit. Suppliers of materials, equipment and services, from concrete manufacturers to architectural firms, will experience increased demand, amplifying the economic impact. And the effects ripple outward. Workers spend their earnings locally, boosting restaurants, grocery stores, retail shops and entertainment venues. This creates a secondary wave of job creation in communities surrounding airports. The Airports Council International reports that for every job directly created at an airport, an additional 1.8 jobs are created in the broader local economy. This means that 20,000 new jobs linked to FAA-funded projects could translate into nearly 36,000 total jobs nationwide. Tourism and business travel also stand to benefit. Modernised airports with enhanced facilities attract more airlines and travellers, fostering growth in sectors like hospitality, retail and transportation. For example, in regions where airport upgrades lead to increased passenger capacity, hotels, restaurants and rental car companies see direct gains. Pre-pandemic, US airports supported over 11.5 million jobs and generated $1.4 trillion in economic activity annually. With infrastructure improvements, these numbers are expected to increase, particularly in regions where air travel is important for economic connectivity. Rural and underserved communities will also experience new economic opportunities. Smaller airports receiving funding for improved access roads or expanded terminals will become better connected to national and global markets. This connectivity can attract businesses that rely on reliable air freight and passenger travel, increasing local job opportunities. For example, improved cargo handling facilities could make regional airports more attractive to logistics companies, creating high-value supply chain jobs in previously underutilized areas. The broader impact on business investment is equally important. Companies evaluating expansion or relocation often consider the quality of transportation infrastructure. Upgraded airports signal that a region is prepared for growth, making it more appealing to industries ranging from technology to manufacturing. Improved airport operations can also lower logistical costs for businesses, further incentivizing investment. According to a report by the Economic Policy Institute, every $100 million spent on transportation infrastructure increases regional output by nearly $250 million, which shows the multiplier effect of these investments. But airports are major hubs that connect people and goods to the broader world. Yet, for many travelers, getting to the airport can be as stressful as navigating the terminal itself. Efficient access to airports begins with reliable road infrastructure. Congestion near airport terminals can cause delays for passengers and disrupt cargo deliveries, impacting everything from family vacations to global supply chains. Upgraded roadways and dedicated terminal access routes are a major focus of this investment. Studies from the Transportation Research Board show that better airport roadway design can reduce congestion by up to 30%, minimizing delays for passengers and freight vehicles alike. Such improvements help travelers reach terminals faster while ensuring that cargo shipments adhere to tight delivery schedules. Beyond road access, integrating airports with other modes of transportation is very important. Multimodal solutions such as bus connections, rail links and shuttle services are proven to ease the pressure on roadways while offering passengers more sustainable travel options. A report by the International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO, shows that airports with strong multimodal links can improve passenger satisfaction by up to 25%, as travelers spend less time worrying about logistics and more time focusing on their journeys. Airports equipped with seamless transit options also experience increased cargo efficiency, allowing goods to move more fluidly between trucks, rail, and planes. The integration of multimodal systems is also important for addressing environmental concerns. Public transportation connections to airports substantially reduce vehicle emissions. For example, airports with commuter rail links see up to 40% fewer single-occupancy car trips, contributing to reduced congestion and cleaner air. With sustainability becoming a central pillar in modern infrastructure planning, these multimodal systems align perfectly with the FAA's goal of developing environmentally responsible aviation operations. But connectivity improvements drive broader economic growth as well. Airports with better access are more attractive to businesses, including logistics companies and retailers. For instance, cargo-dependent industries such as e-commerce and pharmaceuticals benefit greatly from smoother airport access and faster handling times. According to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics, air cargo accounts for 35% of global trade by value, despite representing less than 1% of trade volume, underscoring the importance of streamlined connectivity for economic productivity. For passengers, the benefits are just as substantial. Improved access to airports reduces travel stress and enhances the overall experience. A study from the US Travel Association found that travelers are more likely to choose destinations with well-connected airports, boosting tourism and generating billions in economic activity. The FAA's funding aims to ensure that airports, both in major cities and smaller communities, are accessible, efficient, and prepared to handle growing demand. Smaller airports in particular stand to benefit immensely from these upgrades. Rural regions often face limited transportation links, leaving communities disconnected from larger economic centres. Improved access roads and multimodal links allow smaller airports to serve as lifelines, connecting underserved areas to national and international markets. This integration boosts passenger numbers while also creating opportunities for local businesses to expand their reach. The ripple effects of these improvements extend well beyond transportation. Enhanced airport connectivity means fewer delays, more efficient cargo handling, and increased opportunities for economic growth in surrounding communities. Whether it's a family getting to their flight on time or an important medical shipment arriving without delay, the importance of these connectivity projects cannot be overstated. Looking ahead, the Biden-Harris administration, through the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, has committed a historic $25 billion over 5 years to airports nationwide. With passenger volumes projected to reach 1.5 billion annually by 2040, these upgrades are essential to avoiding congestion and delays. A significant portion will also go toward integrating innovative air traffic management technologies. The FAA's Next Gen program, for instance, is expected to enhance efficiency by replacing outdated radar systems with satellite-based tracking, reducing delays by up to 41% at busy airports. Sustainability is another major part of future investments. Airports are some of the most energy-intensive facilities, and the FAA is stepping up efforts to reduce their carbon footprint. Plans include integrating renewable energy systems such as solar farms, upgrading lighting to energy-efficient LEDs, and incentivizing the adoption of sustainable aviation fuels. The FAA is also preparing for the future of urban air mobility, or UAM. With advances in electric vertical takeoff and landing, or eVTOL, aircraft, airports must adapt to accommodate new forms of transportation. The FAA has outlined plans for UAM hubs at selected airports, designed to connect passengers to cities via short-range electric flights. By 2035, these hubs could serve as vital links in a multimodal transportation system, reducing road congestion and travel times in urban areas. Cargo operations are also seeing a major share of future investment. With air freight demand growing rapidly, which is up to 15% year over year in 2023, airports are ramping up facilities to handle larger volumes. Plans include automated cargo handling systems, expanded freight terminals, and improved connectivity to highways and rail networks. These upgrades will support industries like e-commerce and pharmaceuticals, and also ensure that airports remain competitive in the global logistics market. But it does not end there. Safety continues to be a top priority. The FAA has announced plans to invest heavily in updating air traffic control towers. Over 100 towers, many of which are more than 50 years old, will be replaced or renovated. These improvements are important for handling the increasing complexity of air traffic, particularly at major hubs where the number of takeoffs and landings is expected to rise by 25% over the next decade. Accessibility and inclusivity are also central to future projects. The FAA is working to ensure that airports accommodate passengers with disabilities through better designed terminals, clearer signage, and improved training for staff. By adopting universal design principles, future airport terminals will be easier to navigate for everyone, including those with reduced mobility, sensory impairments, or other needs. This $970 million investment is a huge step toward modernizing America's airports and preparing for the future of air travel. From cutting waiting times to boosting local economies, these projects are set to change how we fly, making it more efficient, accessible, and sustainable. But this is just the start. There's still a lot more to come under the $25 billion Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. As these upgrades roll out, they'll redefine how we connect and move across the country. But what's next for air travel? In our upcoming video, we'll look into the game-changing technologies shaping the future of aviation. Don't miss it.